Hello and welcome to the YouTube channel of mprugs.com. Hope you and your family are doing well. In today's episode, this is actually the last video of the year 2023. I thought I'm going to feature you a type of design, an animal really, that has a tremendous significance in various cultures throughout the Middle East. And you have to forgive me, I caught a nasty cold a few weeks ago, but I wanted to get this video in before the end of the year. And we're talking about the peacock, which I'm going to be featuring in. I'm going to have 3 examples here of older Turkish Hereke rugs from 3 different workshops. But this is the type of design and that not only carries a great deal of significance as far as the culture is concerned, but this is also something that is very popular with many of our collectors. But to basically give you a quick overview, the peacock is an animal that has a tremendous significance. In Turkey, the peacock represents power and strength, and it is actually almost kind of like in statue, kind of like as we have the eagle in the United States. The peacock is also an imperial symbol, and you can see that throughout Turkey, amongst the Kurdish and the Yazidi people, the cultures. The peacock represents the diversity of the world and has a very positive and special statue, and this goes all the way pretty much to Afghanistan, India, all the way to China. The peacock is an animal that has always been revered for its beauty and everything. And so what we did was I chose 3 different rugs because, again, this is something that many of our collectors, this is what they look for. And in the old days, here we have a large Derin piece right here. This is an 1111 quality. Then in the middle here we have a framed. This is the most recent one of the 3 pieces. This is about 30 years old. It's a Khan-Khali. This is a 1212 quality. And then over there in the corner, we have an Ozipek. And if you look at the Ozipek piece, right underneath the signature, this oval, roundish, right here display, that is the classic of how the peacock is represented in the imperial symbols. It's so you have 3 different workshops that have featured the peacock in various types of designs, and I thought for those of you that are really into the not just handmade rugs, whether it's Persian rugs, the Turkish rugs, if you are into handmade rugs. And I oftentimes get asked, well, what type of rugs would I personally, what do I love to see and what would I hang on the walls? I always tell people, I said, you know what, I like the combination of a handmade rug because of its quality, workmanship, but if it has a meaning that is universal, then that means even more to me. And in the case of, and I'm just going to use an example, we have the Derin piece here. The Derin, as you can see here, we have a beautiful resemblance. We have the peacock right here, looking basically almost at and over the other animals. This is a classic interpretation. This was actually, we have seen this type of, and it's almost like a feminine interpretation of the peacock. But this is right here also a very old piece. This one dates to about 1970. I'm sorry, 1950. So it's about 70 plus years old. Excellent condition. But as you can see, it was also treated like a piece of art. This was not something that was just simply laid on the floor and everything. And these are the collectible types. So if you are into Persian rugs, Turkish rugs, any type of handmade rugs, where you want to combine something, what I personally love it is you have the peacock design here, is that with the peacock, you have an animal that symbolism and what it represents is something that is virtually universally accepted as being a beautiful, a very positive thing. And so I have not found any cultures that have anything negative to say about basically the peacocks. So the peacocks represent everything from Egypt all the way to the Middle East and the Far East. The peacock is the animal that basically represents nothing but the best. And so here's one example. Then you have the Khan-Khali right here. And this is also very, very classic. This is with the peacock looking back at the feathers. This is also, it signifies strength and beauty. And so this is a different interpretation of that same design, but you can also see the difference in the workmanship. Here, this is a 12-12 quality. This is an 11-11 quality. Now, obviously, the Khan-Khali is a much smaller piece. The Derin is a much larger piece. But if you were to ask which one of the two, for example, here we have a more modern example, and here we have a semi-antique, there is no comparison. And when you talk about the silk quality, the density and everything, the older pieces beat the newer ones any days of the week. But you also have a combination of colors that was basically not possible back in the old days. And this is also something that I always tell people when they send me pictures of rugs that they like. And this is something that I always tell my clients, if you are a viewer to our channel, if you like all things about handmade rugs, feel free to subscribe. And I always make myself available. So if you have any questions about a rug that you may have, there's a link below in the description in which I display to you the type of pictures I need and everything, and I can take a quick look at your pictures and give you the answers that you need. But one of the questions that I oftentimes get is that with the difference in the ages, I look at the colors. The colors tell me a lot about not only what era a rug was made in, but also, for example, with the colors is when I have folks who tell me that they bought a rug and they were told the rug is 80 years old or 100 years old. And then I get a picture with the rug in really excellent condition. That makes me think that no, I mean, it's definitely, this is not a 100-year-old rug. And if you have a rug that is really bright and vibrant in colors, that is probably right there a telltale sign that the rug is nowhere near as old as it was advertised. As you can see here, with the older piece, you already have a lot of the patina setting in. This is what you expect. Here you don't. It hasn't started yet. And it's going to be many, many decades before it begins. Also the choice of colors with the darker colors and everything. This is definitely going to be a beautiful piece and everything. And even though it's been framed, This is also a perfect example. Another questions I oftentimes get is about framing of rugs. Well, here you see the rug is framed. It was custom framed, and when it is sold, it's going to be sold without a frame, because a lot of my clients, they like to do the framing themselves, or they don't even like to put them in frames. But this is how we were able to get it, and so we're going to leave it as is. But I thought I'd show you. And then finally, we have the Ozipek. The Ozipek, probably one of the best known workshops that unfortunately is like so many, well, actually it's a group of weavers. It's more like an association of weavers. Unfortunately, like the Derin's workshop, the Ozipek don't exist anymore. They all got wiped out when the influx of the Chinese imitation rugs basically destroyed the market. But here you have, what's really unique about this piece is you have this beautiful imperial symbol that is also proudly featured throughout the various states in Turkey that is known as Anatolia. So if you look at the map and you see them, you will see that this imperial peacock symbol is readily available, readily found. Like I said, and so I thought I'd just point it out to you. You have three different workshops. They all feature the same animal, and it's just a beautiful way of combining handmade art with, you have a symbolism, culture, history, and it is a positive thing. Despite everything we all see in the news, what's going on in the Middle East and everything, I thought I'm going to end the year on something positive. And the peacock represents the best of not just the world, the colors, I can't even, you know what, if you read up on it, you'll see it for yourself. In virtually all the cultures, if they have all one thing in common, is that everyone reveres the peacock. So I thought this would be a perfect thing for me to end the year with. So if you're watching this later on, I hope you enjoyed this video. There is many more videos to come. And also, like I said, if you want to see more details about the rugs, links are on the description, as well as you can always visit us at our website at mprugs.com. If you are going to be watching this before the end of the year, then I'm wishing you the very best for 2024. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and hopefully 2024 will be a year that will hopefully see a calming down of the tensions that we have throughout the world. And so wishing you all the very, very best. Take care. We'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.